There are 5. So I don't know, Tumelo, Aliu, Vusi, Kwame, and I think the person from Uganda has already left because he joined. He could not find us, he left, but I can tell him also to join if he's still in the office. But in Uganda, it's already 5:30.
Okay. Joyeuse, I think the things, the very things, the very important things to do is to validate the term of reference. So if everybody have already read the term of reference, they can validate it, and it will allow us to have the meeting, the meeting of Kigali is the main subject of the meeting of today. Because if you see the term of reference, you have the objective, the principal objective of this meeting, to validate some points, to discuss about the organization of the fourth General Assembly in Kigali. But the real meeting of all these points will be held in Kigali. So the thing is, if the board of the executive committee is agree with the term of reference, so we can go ahead for the meeting of Kigali, because we need to take a decision to allow people who will participate to the meeting to be aware. For example, the president of Côte d'Ivoire called me, the Secretary General of the Côte d'Ivoire called me for the tickets. They already buy the tickets, you see. So the meeting, this meeting of today is not a big meeting. It's only to validate the term of reference. I don't think that it's very big subject, because the meeting, the real meeting will be in Kigali. This is my point of view. Thank you.
Members,
and also, excuse me, and also, Touramie Benson is like a alternate. So you are you still the coordinator of the central, and there's a central. So if Benson is not in the meeting, I think this is not very big problem, because as you know, you are principal, and Benson is like alternate, and you are president.
Oh, Benson is the chair of our region.
Okay.
But this is not a problem. I was asking to other members, are you free to proceed? Because we don't have much time. And maybe another question is to know if you've been able to read through the terms of reference. So it's more of a budget, and also the agenda and the rationale of having the handover, but also some of the things that will be studied by the executive committee during the visit. So I think those are the key points. The key points are the objective and what the executive committee will do in Kigali, the agenda as detailed, but also the budget component. I don't know if you all agree that we have this meeting today, and if you've been able to go through the terms of reference as shared before. I think if there is no objection, we can proceed. I see Aliu has no objection to continue. I don't know for the rest. After, are you in a position to share this document as we move on?
No, I am with my phone, and
are you using your phone?
Yes, it will be. But I think we already shared this term of reference with everybody.
Yes, I know you've shared, but it would have been easier if we have the document in front of us.
Okay.
So members, are you okay to proceed? I see only Aliu who has confirmed, Kwame, Tumero, Vusi, are you fine? We continue. Have you also received the document?
Yes, the document was received by email, if it is the one that is talking about the Kigali meeting for
Yes.
7th and 8th March.
Yes.
We've received it. Thank you.
So, do we give you the floor after to explain, or you want us to go to comment, to give comments? So me, I had started by saying that we have the first part where we agree on the objective of the meeting, or and some of the key points that will be discussed at the executive committee level. But what I also wanted to know from you is to know the number of those people that are going to attend, those that are confirmed, because on this side, we also have to prepare for some logistics. So I don't know if we have any comment on the rationale and also the confirmation in terms of the number. Hello, do you still hear me?
Yes, we do,
Yes.
Jess. I have confirmed my attendance, but I seek clarification on whether the APPN will be footing the bill. Thank you.
After, who are you covering? The plan is to cover who?
Yes, the plan is will cover the plan will cover the representative of the president of Cote d'Ivoire, also the vice president of the Comite Executif from Mali, Mr. Alassane Ba, the technical secretariat, and also will cover the two legals, Ms. Fatou Touré from Mali and Mr. Billet from Cote d'Ivoire, the two legals. Yes, so this is the what is draft in the term of reference. So the two legals and the Mr. Chair, Mrs. Chair, please, Ms. Diomande from Cote d'Ivoire, and the vice chair from Mali, Mr. Alassane Ba, and the technical secretary.
Thank you. After, so to the question of Tomato, the heads of regions, if they are to come, they have to sponsor themselves for ticket, accommodation, everything.
Is that so? Because that's what I want to be clear.
Yeah, after, that is to you.
Yes, it's like in Cote d'Ivoire, we have the same plan. When we were in Cote d'Ivoire, yes.
And then there is an option of attending online.
Yes, we can have an online. We can have the online participation plan.
Okay, all right, thanks.
So after, there's something I asked about what executive committee we will do apart from the handover, the tasks.
Yes, you have all. You have the description in the terms of reference. But what is very important, I know that we will talk about the team of the Fourth General Assembly. We will talk also about the recommendation of the General Assembly of Abidjan. we will talk also about the budget, but because during our meeting in Abidjan, we don't adopt the budget, but we need to face charges. So it's very, very important. And also, when we finish the adoption of the article of statutes and internal rules, I think there remain some points we don't finish the discussion. So we can finish this discussion also in Kigali. And we can also look about the draft manual of procedures.
Okay. So there's something you pointed out, which is the recommendations of the Third General Assembly. So they are not on this list of tasks. I don't know if there's something that was forgotten.
Okay, see, if something is forgotten, I think we can add it. And we can add it.
So I don't know if members are fine with the tasks that are going to be done by the executive committee while in Kigali. So if there are none, I think we can move to the budget, to the agenda rather, the agenda and logistics. So for those who will be attending online, I don't know if this agenda is not too big for you, but we need to approve also the agenda. So my comment on the agenda first is that we will have to fix, because the proposal is to have the handover happening in front of our Minister of Finance and Economic Planning. So I'm here to confirm his availability, and we can adjust the agenda once I know his availability, but we had communicated his office that we will have maximum 1 hour reserved to the handover, and we shall have a time to brief him about APPN. So what I request on APPN side are two things. First of all, we need a press release, and this has been communicated before, but we also need a presentation on APPN, because I believe that the minister has been hearing the APPN, but it's good if we make a sort of a presentation by after explaining to him the journey, the status, and then we make the handover. But after briefing him on the APPN itself and some of the visions we have as the network. So I think if you are able to prepare those two things, it will help me. Otherwise, I'll communicate for the sake of the agenda, the time that is going to be allocated to us, because we are in the middle of budget consultations, and his availability is kind of challenging, but I was promised that we get a time for him to preside over the handover. So I think those are my comments on the agenda. I don't know if the rest has a comment also on the agenda. Benson, we welcome you. I see you are connected. So Kwame, I don't know if you have any comments or any other person.
No comment on my side.
Okay.
Thank you, Madam President. Unfortunately, my connection delayed after I had connected, but somehow I got disconnected. I picked from where you were talking about press release, budget consultation, and the minister's availability. I don't know whether I missed any other in terms of you were talking about the agenda. I didn't understand the agenda you were talking about.
Yes, Benson, we try to make the agenda discussed in three parts. So the first part we had discussed is about the rationale of the visit and some of the tasks that will be covered by the executive committee. There are colleagues who asked if the heads of region are going to be sponsored. The answer was no, because the format that has been there even before, if the head of the region is to attend the country he or she is coming from, we have to cover everything. So only the outgoing president, the vice president of the network, the legal people, and the one person from the general secretariat are the ones who are sponsored. The rest is to cover their expenses. So we were also discussing about the tasks, where it was mentioned that some of the things after highlighted, for instance, the adoption of the recommendations from the Third General Assembly, these are the things that we agreed that we are going to fine tune them in the TORs and resubmit in adjusted TOR. But in principle, we've validated the content on the tasks. So we're now moving to the agenda, where I was explaining that we are going to consult with the minister. His office had informed me that they will find time for us, but due to budget consultation going on, I'm yet to confirm the exact slot that was given to us. So I was saying that once it is clear, I will have to adjust, or I'll have to inform after to adjust the agenda. And on the press release and the presentation are the things I had requested that we, as an organizing country, we are, because we will need to brief the minister before we move on to the handover itself. So I think that is where we were. And I was asking if there's anyone who has a comment on the agenda before we move to the last point, which is the budget.
Oh, thank you very much. I think that's clear, and I have no comment.
I heard some voice. I don't know if we have someone who wants to comment on the agenda. So now we move to the budget, and after you can help us to have the budget approved. So I think you can take us through the elements of the budget that you want the executive committee to be aware of. In summary, I know that people have the document, but it will be good maybe if you talk a little bit about the budget.
Yes. Thank you very much. I think the essential of our budget cover the air tickets and the allowance for the delegate taken charge by the Appn. And another part of budget is the organization of the session in Kigali. And this part is transportation of the delegates from the airport to the hotel, to the hotel to the airport, coffee break, and communication is in charge of the budget of PPRA of Rwanda. But the ticket and the allowance is in charge of the delegate is in charge of the APPN. This is the resume of the budget. Thank you very much.
Thank you, After. I don't know if we have anyone with a comment. So as After explained, we have a budget that is looking at two people that are supposed to sponsor. So we have the country, the host country, to Rwanda, that is going to deal with anything related to logistics of the guests, but also when it comes to the mission and the air ticket, this is going to be covered by APPN. So I think for what Rwanda covers, I don't know if you need to approve, but for what APPN covers, the executive committee has to approve. And this is also to your submission. What I wanted to maybe say is that we have a group that is working on the organization of the visit. And as I said before, if we were to cater for the guests, even those coming from the regions are also to be known, because we don't want anyone to be stuck at the airport, and we can't share lunch and say you go and you stay. So for us as the host country, we would require to be informed by everyone who is attending. Preferably by tomorrow, if you are to confirm, it's good that you confirm to me directly, and I copy after, because we need to work around logistics, around the catering, the transport, and others. So my requests will be, first, do we support the budget as presented by AFTA? And also, do we agree to confirm the availability or of the heads of the region by tomorrow? And for those who attend online, we also need to know, because we also have to arrange the online participation. I think those are my comments on this point. But do we have someone who is French speaking? Because we've been talking in English. I don't know if we have someone from the French speaking country. So it's hard to know if you can hear me, because no one is reacting. Are you approving the budget?
Joyce,
Yes.
don't worry, everybody is hearing you. It's up to them now to speak.
Tumero wanted to say something.
No, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm fine with the budget. I just thought maybe after and Mr. Ba would say something. But their silence means they are fine. They can understand.
Mr. Vice President, we welcome you to the meeting. So you are coming when we are closing. Monsieur Alassane, vous êtes le bienvenu dans la réunion qui va se clôturer, je pense, dans 5 minutes. Mais on a eu un inconvénient de ne pas avoir le lien à temps. Et la communication n'était pas bonne, mais je pense qu'on a pu élaborer et valider les 3 points très importants concernant les termes de référence pour la réunion de Kigali. On avait 3 parties. Il y a la partie qui discutait des points concernant l'agenda, ou l'objectif de la mission, et les points qui vont être couverts par le comité exécutif. On a aussi parlé de l'agenda, on a pu valider. On était sur le dernier point qui est le budget, et je pense que tout le monde avait validé. Mais si vous avez un message à partager ou si vous avez quelque chose à nous dire, je ne sais pas si vous êtes toujours là parce que je ne vois pas sur la liste. C'est à vous la parole. So I have seen the Vice President, but I see he's again disconnected. If AFTA has no other communication to give, or if we do not have any other communication to give.
No, I don't have any other communication to give. I would like to thank you for your good management of this meeting. Joyeuse. the chair, our APPN chair.
I'm like a soldier, you know, I don't go to the protocols of appreciating who is attending. Maybe it's because we started when it was too late. But allow me to really appreciate your attendance and patience because this meeting started at the time that everyone was wondering if we still have the meeting, but we appreciate your patience. And we hope maybe next time we shall get the link maybe a day before so that whoever has an issue of the link is sorted by the time we start. And we also thank the Central Secretariat or the General Secretariat and the General Secretary and the World Bank for always organizing and also being on our side. So for those who will be coming to Kigali, we can't wait to see you. For those attending online, we will still accommodate you and send the lunch online and dinners online. So,
We'll be glad to receive the lunch online.
so Benson, you want to say you will not come?
I don't know. Let me see. I
Okay.
thought you facilitate, but since you are not facilitating, let me go and check my budget.
I hear it is the setup that has been there even before. So for those who went to Ivory Coast, it was the same setup. So I think maybe if the executive secretariat or maybe the executive committee can think otherwise later, but we are also challenged in terms of resources because we still have a list of countries that have not paid their contributions. And maybe the executive committee will have to take a look at the situation we have and maybe we can adjust things as we move on. But for the time being,
Right.
we are adopting the same setup. So without further ado, because I know in Uganda it is almost 6 p.m. Allow me to thank you and say see you next time. It will have been good to hear from Aliyu. We didn't hear you. We didn't hear your voice. I don't know if you can say hi to everyone. Aliyu, are you around?
Thank you very much, Joyeuse. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Is Aliyu around?
His mic is muted.
Aliyu, you are muted. I always call you Igwe.
I'm never meeting that is let me just walk out.
Manuel, yes.
I'm okay with all the deliberations. Are you hearing me?
Yes, we are
Can you hear
hearing.
me?
Yes.
Well, I'm working with most of the deliberations. So I have no new thing to contribute for now.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine, Aliyu.
Thank you.
Okay. So we see you in Kigali or we see you online, but make sure for the 4th General Assembly, everyone is here in Kigali. We are really preparing to have everyone in Kigali.
I was supposed to have a program in Kigali.
Okay, then
about this
as I
time.
promised, for the points that needs to be adjusted, we will send a new agenda, but in principle, the terms of reference are adopted. And I thank you very much and blessed evening to everyone.
Thank you, President.
Good evening too.
President.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Okay, bye.